Oh, yes.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're taking a look at the new MOTU Origins Land Shark. This is another one of those, battle vehicles that can be ridden by any of the MOTU figures, though this is specifically meant for evil characters, as you can see Skeletor on the top. And they call this an evil monster slash vehicle, so I'm assuming it's sentient to some degree. It's alive in a way, and not just decorated to look like something that's alive. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, if you've seen my reviews before, you know how this goes. We're going to take a look at the toy's packaging, then we'll open it up. We'll check out all the features and accessories and all that cool stuff. And then at the end of the video, look at my final thoughts. So the Land Shark comes in a pretty good sized box. It's a very deep one. See here. Got the big window so you can see it front and center. I gotta say, initial impression of this just seems a little more generic and almost kind of cheap looking compared to some of the other cool stuff I've seen from this line, like Sky Sled. I don't know. Maybe it's like the very flat surfaces make the toy look kind of cheap, and the sticker eyeballs. But that's just initial impressions. I'm sure once I get it out, it'll impress me a little more. The artwork that I mentioned shows the thing driving into battle right here with Skeletor piloting it. You get Snake Mountain in the background, which is neat. And then you get why can I never remember the Jaw guy's name? I don't know. But what's the other? I think that's Clawful, right? The lobster looking dude. I think it's Clawful. You get like a little goblin-y gargoyle looking thing running around. And two more of them just kind of looking on in shock or something. Alright, turn this around. And we got some more artwork here. Skeletor riding the Land Shark. You get Stinkor, Triclops, Man-at-Arms, Fisto. Looks like these two are ready to fight, and these two are backing up Skeletor. Our flavor text here says, the ravaging land shark's side-mounted lasers and snapping jaws destroy everything in its path. That's pretty cool. Down here you get your cross cells. There's a lot going on here. First of all, Castle Grayskull. You get Battle Armor He-Man, She-Ra, Zodak, Clamp Champ, Roboto, Ram Man, who's one of the few male figures that isn't just like He-Man with a different head and some armor. But yeah, Ram Man's very unique, very interesting. You get Battle Armor Skeletor, Merman, Panther, reissue of Battle Cat, and then of course the Land Shark itself. So lots of cool stuff. I think toys should do the cross cells a lot more because those are always really cool to look at when you're a kid. Transformers, they just really don't do it on the packaging anymore. If anything, they usually have them in the instructions, like for Studio Series. All right, so that's the packaging. Pretty cool. I like the artwork. Definitely a lot going on. So now let's go ahead and open this thing up. All right, so we get to see our Land Shark out of the packaging. And I gotta say, this thing, I mean, it is like the epitome of 80s toys. Like just very, very plastic looking, very high contrast between the colors, and loaded with stickers. You got like little eye stickers here. You got the sticker here. Thankfully, these are all pre-applied, and they're actually pre-applied well, unlike something from, say, Transformers Power of the Primes. But so I appreciate it. Like, if they're gonna do the pre-applied stickers, they gotta do them right, and Mattel seems to really have a lock on that, so that's awesome. Now, as far as the action features on this thing, you see you got little side cannons here attached. And what's cool is if you look at the ends of the barrels, they're little sharks. Look at that, little shark heads. But yeah, these kind of have a soft ratchet effect, so you can position them either like straight forward and up a little bit. That's about the only positions they can lock into given clearance, but that's really all you need. I mean, you can push it back a little more, but now it's kind of pushy against the ratchet. So you can do that if you want. I think I'll leave them kind of like that though. So very cool. And then, it's got wheels that roll, and as you roll it, the little jaw snaps around. So all in all, very, very cool. Now, of course, it's a vehicle. You got to have a pilot, and there is only one character who is absolutely perfect for this, and I think you know who it is. So here is our Origins Trapjaw. Look at that. How can you have a big old, like, toothy, jaw-faced vehicle and not put Trapjaw in it? Look at him go. He's elated. He's got a really cool vehicle to drive around in now. So I think he's the perfect match for this. But of course, virtually all your Origins toys can fit in here, except maybe someone like Orko. Or Ram Man, too, I guess. All your normal characters. So, yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, but my personal recommendation is this Toothy Brute right here. He just blends in so well with this. And that's really all there is to say about the Land Shark. It's a very cool toy, but it's also very simple in design, so there's really not a lot to talk about, and really going any longer would just be me, dragging it out for time, which I don't want to do. So, the Land Shark, it's very, very cool. It really just absolutely epitomizes, like, 80s playsets, just down to a T there. But it is, something that has some neat little action features. The little chomping jaw is always nice. This is very clearly a toy that was designed for children, and, this being a recreation of that, it works just as well for little kids. And it just has the added benefit of now, being able to have more posable and more dynamic looking characters sit in it rather than the old, MOTU toys that were kind of bricks. So, yeah, it looks very cool, and, it really helps flesh out your bad guy army, because the bad guys, they don't get a whole lot in the way of the play sets and all that. The heroes definitely went out on that front. So, yeah, I think it's worth picking up if you're interested in the vehicles. However, if shelf space is an issue, this thing is kind of bulky, so it's going to take up a lot of room. I don't know if it's an absolute must-have. It's something that's cool to have, but if you're more interested in just the characters, you could probably give this a pass. It's not very expensive, and it's probably easy to find on sale, so you can pick it up for pretty cheap, so I don't think cost is really a concern. It's just whether or not you have room for this on your shelf. If you do, I think it's worth picking up. It's a fun little vehicle. It'll definitely make you feel like a kid again. And it gives your bad guys something to pilot into battle. Of course, this is just my take on the Land Shark. So now I want to know what you all think of it. Do you see yourselves picking this up? Do you think, it's worth the shelf space? Or are you just not interested? It's too plain, too gimmicky, or you just don't care about vehicles? Any and all feedback is always welcome in the comments section. If you enjoyed this review, short though it was, make sure to toss it a like, let you two know you want to see more stuff like this. If you do want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you always get a heads up when I post something new. I thank you for joining me for this look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 4 vehicle, the Land Shark. And with all that said, I will see you next time.